What's going on, y'all? It's your boy No Interest, and I'm back again with another one. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon for more videos like this. That being said, let's get into it. Please like the video, share the video, hype the video for more videos like this. Shakur Stevenson stopped the guy that stopped the guy Gervonta Davis couldn't stop. A lot of boxing fans says Shakur Stevenson doesn't have power. Shakur Stevenson has pillow hands like Devin Haney. You know, they say a lot of stuff about Shakur. Shakur Stevenson is a solid fighter. No. I take that back. Shakur Stevenson is an exceptional, talented, potentially all-time great fighter. Not a solid fighter. He's better than a solid fighter. So I'll take that back for a second. I like using the word solid a lot, so Shakur is definitely way more than solid. But Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson needs to happen, guys. You know, boxing is a tricky sport. Styles make fights. You know, on one given night, a guy can change his entire life off of one fight. A guy can go in there and fight a guy like Gervonta Davis, who's apparently knocking everybody out, and go 12 rounds with him. And that same guy can go in there with a guy that's Shakur Stevenson, a guy who everybody says doesn't knock nobody out, fight a guy and get knocked out. I mean, come on, guys. Can y'all make it make sense? Can you people make it make sense? You know, it doesn't really make sense, because what sometimes we expect to happen doesn't truly happen like that, because we don't know how a fighter is going into a fight. Every fighter is not going to go into a fight the same way they went into another fight. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes we can believe we know something. Oh, this is that. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. Oh, if this person did this, what do you think this person is going to do? We're just, at the end of the day, we're just going off assumptions. You know, we're just going off assumptions. But we do have to stick to the facts, though, and not make assumptions just because this person did this or did this. The facts will always lead us to who should win the fight. I mean, there's little chinks in their armors here and there. Like, for example, I always mention this heavyweight fight that recently just happened. On paper, let me tell you guys about the chinks in the armor for a second. On paper, Joseph Parker should have defeated Fabio Wardley. I mean, all the signs was pointing there. But also on paper, there was a slim possibility, a very slim possibility, because the knockout happened in the 11th round, that Fabio Wardley could have caught Joseph Parker. And why was there a slim possibility? The slim possibility was because we've seen Joseph Parker get stopped before. So that raises a question. Yo, this guy's been stopped before. There is a possibility he can get stopped again. But on paper, he should have won the fight. This is how boxing is. You never can really predict the outcome, but if you look at the facts and you look at the key components, you can see where to go and where you put a little question mark and be like, dang, based off of this and based off of that, this guy should win. But if he doesn't win, then there's a possibility he could get knocked out. And that's based off of him being knocked out before. Right? But you can't go into a fight, a guy who's never been knocked out, been dominating his whole career, and just claim, hey, listen, this guy's going to get knocked out. Especially going against a guy who isn't knocking everybody out. It's not really adding up. It is what it is. But anyway, my thing is, boxing fans, That triangle theory, yeah, it's cool and all, but at the end of the day, it's our opinions. You understand what I'm saying? It's our opinions. Sometimes, a lot of these boxing fans, they just tell you what they want to hear. That's what they want to happen. That's not what they believe is going to happen. You know? But listen, man, stop disrespecting Shakur Stevenson. This guy is a special fighter. He's going to be the next pound-for-pound king, whether you like him or not. You know? Boxing always shows his hand. It showed us who was going to be the next up. Bud Crawford is next up. After Bud is Shakur. It is what it is. A lot of people don't like that because a lot of people don't like Shakur. But he's the next guy up. He's the guy that got the crown. You probably like Boots. You probably like Devin. Those guys are not the next guy up. Those guys are not the pound-for-pound king. They got a potential to be on the pound-for-pound list, but to be number one, it ain't going to be Boots. I can tell you that for a fact. He doesn't have the mentality to want to be number one. He's in it for the money. The guy can move up and weight and go and tell the entire world he wanted a tune-up. That's not a guy you think you should believe want to be pound-for-pound number one fighter in the world. He's fighting for the money, guys. I'm talking about Uriah Ennis. So, if you want him to be number one pound for pound, you're going to have to change his mindset, because the mindset that he has doesn't correlate to him being number one pound for pound. These are the facts. It is what it is. Anyway, moving forward. Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Davis. If we don't get this fight, this is horrible for the sport of boxing, guys. That is the fight the boxing world needs. That is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing currently. Shakur versus Tank. There's no other fight in boxing bigger than that. That fight could potentially surpass Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis record on pay-per-view. Gervonta needs to come back to boxing. I'm glad his fight with Jake Paul isn't working. Leave that fight alone. Get back to boxing. We want to see you fight the best fighters in the world. Rematch Lamont Roach, the guy who got stopped by the guy Shakur Stevenson is punching on in the picture. Rematch him after his fight with Pitbull Cruz. Fight the winner of those guys and go straight into a Shakur Stevenson fight. This is what the public want to see. It is what it is. It's your boy No Interest, and I'm out.